Testing 1, 2, 3. This is going to be the fortunate, I thought it was going to be unfortunate, but the fortunate sequel to that video I posted about, being unfairly treated. And this is from someone that's actually from that server, right? And great human being. No, I should have said it in the former. I don't want anyone to attack any of these people. Oh no, that's a lie. Maybe the ones from that former. This one though, great guy. And I'm, thinking with fourth dimensional chess here. I asked him for permission if I can make a video of our entire conversation, interaction, things like that, and he hasn't responded yet. So, while my thoughts are still, concise and clear, and I'm able to give an adequate response, I'm just going to make the video, and then if he approves, I'm going to post it. If he doesn't, it's deleted, and it never happened, right? I do this oftentimes when I buy something 6 months in the future, but I'll make a video 6 months beforehand, being like, oh yeah, and look at this thing I bought. I really like it, because I'm just that much in sync with my future self, right? Because throughout my life, I look back at my past self, and I'm like thinking, could you have fucking looked out for me? And now I'm like, oh, I am my past self. Maybe I should do that. And now I'm in a position in my life where I'm looking back and I'm like, oh, thanks, buddy. You did all the work for me. So yeah, and forgive any wind or whatever. It's a windy night. I'm out smoking a cigarette, but this is probably one of the best kind of ways to turn the response over to something useful, or at least meaningful, positive. I didn't think I had it in me. I really wanted to just be vicious towards this person, really petty, because that's what I'm used to. I'm used to being attacked and no one being willing to have a conversation. And I'm like, maybe I should just, swallow my pride and roll with the punches, see things from their point of view, and try to have a conversation. Because that's what people say, psychic vampires, they do not do that. They do not do that. And we do. We try to, but we never get the chance because we're spit on. So I'm trying to break this cannibalistic cycle. Not that it'll mean anything. I'll still get harassed. We will all still get harassed. My psychic vampire friends will get harassed. But you know what? We'll get made fun of. We'll get all sorts of things. But, I just want there to be like, and for the lack of empirical proof I have for vampirism, at least the empirical proof that some of us try. Some of us try. We really do. So, all right. I'll be reading this and, out loud for you, because like some people might be thinking, I don't need you to read it for me. Well, then it would just be a really uninteresting video if it was a scrolling session, isn't it? And I had a friend that was like, I don't know if I could watch this video because it's just a lot of text. I'm like, don't worry, I read it out loud. And you're like, okay, I'll watch it. But yeah. So yeah, this is, I think, a good person. I'm going to take moments to smoke my cig. Is this serpent? Or is this the serpent? You don't smell horrible like the other guy. You smell like a friend. He is a friend, even though he turned out to be an enemy. But he turned out to actually be a friend. Oh, wait, never mind. You're not serpent. That's something else. Who is this? I saw your 20 minutes long video of how you were discriminated for being a vampire. When you don't fear the cross on your English flag. I do love my English flag. How mentally ill do you have to be to make a 20-minute complaint video about being rejected for poor mental health? Even your claiming that you can smell text on your screen tells me you're schizophrenic. Go ahead and make another 20-minute complaint video. Well, technically, he did give me permission, didn't he? No, I'm going to wait till I get formal permission. And that's another interesting thing. There's this weird logic that people do where they, it's okay. It's one thing not to believe in it overall, right? But then these same people that don't believe in it will entertain the idea of it being real, only so they can further attack an idea in addition to it that seems more unrealistic. Well, the thing is, phone screens are black mirrors, right? In many traditional occult practices, you can, it's just similar to linking sigils, contact the spirit world or interact with other practitioners ritualistically through mirrors, which are portals. Black mirrors specifically, when you get a regular mirror and you spray paint or paint black paint on one end and then put it in a picture frame and then stare in it. That might be a little crazy, but whatever. And what is a phone if not a black mirror? So if you could actually feed on someone spiritually, right? And then in addition, it's an already established occult belief that black mirrors or phones are portals. Why wouldn't you be able to feed on someone through the black mirror of a phone or even smell their essence just by talking to them? Anyways. I do not have schizophrenia. I've been through all of the mental health tests. I just have ESP. But you failed to identify me. I mean, I didn't fail. You turned out to be a friend. Why would I fear the cross on my wall? Just because I'm a part of a spiritual phenomena, and I use the physical vampire as a metaphor for a spiritual system and way of life and state of being. I have to take everything, and I didn't care to smell you. Well, I mean, smell you to actually figure out who you are, but you know what? The general smells, like saying you smell like a friend, I mean, honestly, that's pretty accurate. This person turned out to be a friend. It's not a competition where I have to prove everything. It's just living. I mean, you're just living your life, you know? If your occult practice is more than you just living your best life, I think there's a problem there, and it's probably not worth practicing. Vampires fear crosses, and you claim, you claimed you smelled me when you can't smell text on a screen. No, but I can smell text through a screen. Are you not at peace with yourself? I'm asking out of genuine empathy. Vampires do not fear crosses. We don't have to have permission to come inside a home. Many of us love laying in the sun. That just tells me that you don't actually know what a vampire is, or at least a real vampire. You're projecting your own lack of mental health and peace on me now. I mean, you're the one that came swinging, right? So I just thought that was a pretty grounded response, but maybe not. Maybe I'm in the wrong. According to folklore, they do. They fear cross because Judah was the first vampire. I mean, that's an interpretation, I suppose. I think it's more about geometric symmetry and that confusing predators in nature, but that's neither here nor there. I hope you heal. I hope you find peace. I hope you find a way of life that is fulfilling so you don't feel the need to attack other people and project your own hatred and ignorance upon people that are just trying to live in peace. LMFAO, where did you get this delusional thinking? You even sound schizoid in your video. I mean, this is true. This is absolutely true. I hope you take your Seroquel pills. I don't know what that is. You seem bothered that you're abnormal. I mean, aren't we all? That's deflection. I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of normal people out there. I am definitely abnormal. If you're trying to get a reaction out of me, you're not going to get it. I'm at peace with myself and I enjoy my existence. I've been dealing with people like you that are full of hatred and have nothing deeper to live for around 8 years. You already gave your reaction in that 20-minute video. Or yeah, that's what I imagine that guy's sound is like in that little photo. Yes, and it was an example of when people don't engage in good faith and are not intellectually honest. They weren't. And why do you always look disheveled? Because I'm constipated, of course. And you look at that face. That's a man that's just so full of shit. He can't even, live outside the bathroom. Is just like, look at this guy. No, I'm joking. This guy's pretty attractive, right? Because I'm a psychic vampire, so I have to be a narcissist. So I have to look into this eternal well of beauty that, no, I'm just kidding. I look constipated. I thought it was pretty transparent and straightforward. Yes. What does my photo have to do with anything? Being straightforward does not necessarily mean you're mentally healthy. No, but maybe it helps. When was the last time you've been to a psychiatrist? Last month, actually. The fact that you look like this tells me that you have a lot of serious issues going on with your life. I mean, yeah. I do have issues, right? I mean, for instance, I don't gel my hair enough. I don't. I could work on my appearance a little bit. I could clean up a little. You're right. How long have you been seeing the psychiatrist? And what proof do you have of your supposed past life? No proof. Good couple of years. So I'd like to say, like, it's been on and off with therapy. I've been trying to find a good therapist, but I've been getting mental health. Anyways, yeah. I have my own traumas and struggles, but I choose to live my life the best I can and do the best I can by those I care about, as should we all. Not as do we all, but as should we all. I mean, we all have our own problems. We do. Has your psychiatrist told you that your belief in vampirism is a delusion? Well, it depends. There's an actual medical phenomena where people believe they are actually the mythical vampire and they need to drink blood or whatever. Which, funny enough, in the game Vampire 2018, where you play as an actual vampire, mythological one, there's a patient in Pembroke Hospital, and she's like thoroughly convinced she's like literally undead, and it's really sad. And I'm like, yeah, that's actually a really accurate example. Damn. But no, there is such thing as vampiric delusion. But anyways, all right. I don't have to have any proof. If you're looking at it from the, oh man, talk to text. I really messed something up. Looking at it from the West Blanks late. I think I meant to say from a blank. If you're looking at it from a, yeah, I don't even know what that was supposed to be. Damn, talk to text, thanks. Just as how people don't have to have proof that Jesus came back from the dead. From, I think, a point of faith, just as how people don't have to have proof that Jesus came back from the dead. My belief in vampirism is a belief in metaphysics, which is essentially philosophy, which is pretty much just as valid as Schopenhauer. Immanuel? No, it's meant to be Immanuel Kant. God damn, talk to text. Wow. Immanuel Kant. I mean, he did write a manual on philosophy, but no, I meant the man that wrote the manual, not the manual. Oh God, that's terrible. Or you see, that's where the real mental problems are, using talk to text. Anyways, having faith that technology will work for you. Even people that are into absurdism. And the notion of being disconnected from source on a spiritual level kind of correlates to different schools of Vedanta and the Vedas, and even Gnostic theology and philosophy. There are certain metaphysics I don't agree with, but I don't consider people that believe in postmodernism, for example, as delusional. Okay, so that right there is an intellectual fallacy. I do believe that people that believe in postmodernism are delusional, but I don't think they're delusional for necessarily believing in a philosophy that's different from my own. I think the philosophy itself is delusional, but they have their reasons for coming to that. But also, Michel Foucault was a pedophile and did not believe in objective reality. So, I mean, that was... so I lied right there, right? So I'm calling myself out. That was the worst example I could have given. Like, I don't think they're delusional. No, I was just trying to, I think, seem more reasonable than I actually am.